Hey guys, I'm working on my A.R.E. fiberglass topper for my truck. My truck is basically a 1-ton truck and it rides like a tank, so eventually the rails on this shell delaminated from the fiberglass. They were glued on there and all that glue let loose, and one rail was completely off here and the other one was like halfway. So what I did was I cut all the carpeting. You can see the black felt carpeting is cut away, and I removed the rails and I cleaned the glue mating surfaces super good with a flat disc till it was all down to just virgin material, virgin aluminum, virgin fiberglass. And then I took these castings. This is like a casting right here that attaches to this rail, and all the rivets were compromised, so I put these little stainless steel screws in there to screw this all back together. And I'm going to take a flat disc and sand these off a little bit so they're nice and flat for when this goes back on the truck. My truck has a plastic rail cap, so you know I'm not too worried about it. Plus I'm going to put some really good shell sealer, weather stripping or whatever you call it, this stuff right here. I'm going to put this stuff on here so that it seals it really good and it doesn't eat through the plastic on the top of the Bedrail. Anyhow, long story short, I cleaned both surfaces really good and I wiped both surfaces down with some alcohol, and then I took this product. This is what body shops use. This is Fuser 208B. You have to have a gun for this. If you don't have a gun, your local body shop might be nice and loan you one. And I put on a thin layer on the fiberglass side and a thin layer on the aluminum side, and then I put on like a kind of a squiggly pattern along this whole rail of 208B that's kind of thick, and then I put the rail back in and I clamped it about every 6 inches or so. You can see I've got a million clamps that I've borrowed from the guy I work for. Stuck those all on there and hopefully we'll be golden. This back piece here was loose off of here for I don't know how many years, so it's pretty nice to get this all just super good and glued back on there with that adhesive. So hey, we'll see how it goes, and if I post this, that means that all this worked out awesome. When it's all said and done, I'm going to go back in here and replace that strip of black felt, aka carpeting, that goes in here. So I bought some oops, this is 3M high strength 90 spray adhesive, so I'll spray that on there and then work that carpeting up in there as tight as I can get it, just to get it back to looking pretty good on the inside. So while I was at it, I repaired one of my boat seats. This is a fiberglass shell from a boat seat, and I glued some metal down in there to strengthen it up because the fiberglass was starting to crack in the stress points of the seat. Anyhow, if you've got a topper with this problem, I hope this video helps you. Thanks for watching.